Hey y'all, welcome to a Saturday Suds on Uncle Bub's Bell Buckle Beer Reviews. And what I've got for you today, I have got a special beer today. Alright, so I consider it one of the highest honors when you get a buddy to give you one of their home brews. And when I was down there in Florida, my buddy Brian Breeden, we went down there and visited him, and he brews this beer himself. And he gave me a bottle of it to bring home. And Brian, I sure do appreciate it, man. So we're going to review this today on Saturday Suds. This is called a dark blonde stout at a 7.6% ABV, brewed by my buddy Brian Breeden there in Zephyr Hills, Florida. We actually reviewed this beer as a group with, I think it was me and Brian and his dad, and I think Jacob was there too. I can't remember if he was there when we reviewed this one or not, Brian. But anyway, listen to this. Now this is a plastic bottle. Brian brews this himself. He gets it from, I think it's Mr. Beer or something like that. Beer brewing kits. And this is actually a plastic bottle. But listen, I mean, you can't ask for any better than that. Look at it. You got some bubbles coming up there. Dark blonde stout on a Saturday Suds, courtesy of my buddy Brian Breeden. Look at that. Look at that. Now, look at that. Oh my goodness. I didn't get a chance to smell of it, Brian. But that head is delicious. Head about got away from me, man. I hate to waste a drop of it. I don't like it to spew over if I can help it. But look at that. It's a hazy, dark amber color. Y'all can't, it looks like a dark beer on the camera, but it's actually a dark amber. Very dark amber. Can you see it? I can't tell. Damn it, I can't see the camera. It looks dark from back here. I can't tell if y'all can see that or not, but it's actually just a beautiful, hazy amber color. Dark amber. And look at that head. I mean, alright, so this Brian brewed this from a beer kit. And he uses some special techniques. I know he does his own thing with it a little bit. But, I mean, look at that. That's a beautiful brew. Look at the head. I mean, it's just hanging in there just like any other quality brew. And it's delicious. I've already had a taste of it. The head's delicious. It's malty. It's got a sweetness to it that's not necessarily a sugary type sweetness, but just a little bit of sweetness to it. I'm talking about the head now. And I'm not getting any bitterness out of the head of it at all. I'm trying to put my finger on the sweetness. It's not a sugary, it's not an overly sweet, over sugary type sweet. That's not what I'm talking about. It's got a sweetness to it, but malty and a little bit of sweetness. Oh, it's good. It's delicious, man. That head is outstanding. And I don't really know how big this bottle is. I mean, I would say that's probably a 24-ounce bottle. It's not a 16 and it's not a 20 for sure. I'm guessing that this is a 24-ounce bottle. Brian, I'm not sure, man. It doesn't say on here. Anyway, it's a lot of brew. It may be a 32-ounce. 32 ounces a quart. I don't think it's a quart. I'd say at least a 24-ounce. Man, just a beautiful brew. For a home brew, man, dark amber, hazy, head that just lingers. And of course, when we were reviewing, we reviewed several beers when we were down there of Brian's home brews. We actually did a review of all of well, not all of them, but we did a few of Brian's home brews while we were there. And enjoyed them all. They were all good brews. I mean, I can't remember what the name of that video is. I'll try to post the end screen. I'll put the video up there where we reviewed all 3 of the brews. I think it was 3 that we did that Brian brewed himself. I'm telling you, Brian, this is just freaking awesome. It's the delicious brew. Now, this brew has traveled from Zephyr Hills, Florida. I don't know how long he'd had it bottled at that time, but he gave it to me, and I didn't have a cooler to put it in. I did when I left his house, but I had that cooler filled by the time we left Florida. I had to put this one amongst several other beers in a bag. And I rode from Florida to Tennessee with these beers in between my legs. Anyway, that going to say that it didn't stay cold the whole time. I wanted to keep it cool, I just couldn't. It would not fit standing upright in my little cooler that I had, so I had to do the best I could with it. So I just surrounded it with other cold beers, and we drove. It probably took us 13 hours to get to Florida from Tennessee, where I'm at, with stops and all that kind of stuff. We had 4 children that were girls, so you got to make bathroom stops, and it's just anyway. All that being said, this beer held up very well to that. Going through that. As soon as I got home, I put it in my little fridge I have in my bedroom. I keep all my beers. Well, I keep a lot of my beers in there. Keep a lot of the beers in my little fridge in the bedroom. Then I got a fridge out in the garage I keep a whole lot of beer in too. And then some in the kitchen fridge as well. Anyway, I got this chilled as soon as I got it home, Brian. And I'm telling you what, it's just an outstanding brew. It's delicious. Well, I ain't even taken a drink of the brew yet. I've taken the head. Talking about the head has just been phenomenal. I mean, to retain a head like it did for so long, I'm sitting here jabbing, blah, 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 and the head just hanging out there. And it's got that malty flavor and a sweetness that I cannot describe. I can't describe it. I don't know. It's not sugary. It's a kind of sweetness. It's just, I don't know. Hell, it's good. Put it like that. Now, this label that's on this brew, if I'm not mistaken, Brian actually designed this whole label himself. That's his personal design for the label. I think it's pretty cool. And he told me, I think, what it stood for and stuff, but dude, I mean, we had a lot of beer that night, and I can't remember. I just can't. But anyway, this label design is Brian's personal design, which I think is cool as well. So anyway, this dark blonde stout, courtesy of my buddy Brian Breeden and his brewing skills, is for all American workers. Hey, I love and appreciate y'all. Thank you for the hard work that you do day in and day out to provide for yourselves and your families and pay your own way, just like I do. I work 12-hour days. I know what it's like, y'all. Days are long and hard, and thank you for what you do. Cheers, brothers and sisters. Oh, that's good. All right, so it's a 7.6% ABV, but you can't tell it. It's got a rich flavor. I mean, I was getting good flavor out of the head. Good malty and a sweetness that I couldn't really put my finger on. Delicious, rich flavor in the head. The body itself is extremely rich, man. I mean, just tickle your taste buds with the richness of it. It's just delicious. To me, it's not like anything I've ever had before. I mean, I know we drink it there in Florida, but I've had a lot of beer since then, and I can't really remember what it tasted like. We drank a lot of beer that night, and I really can't remember. But I'm so glad that you sent this home with me, because this is a delicious brew. And this is handcrafted by Brian, man. It's a delicious brew. It's the richness in it. It's not so overpowering that you have to sip it. I mean, it's a beer that's rich enough where you can just take swallow after swallow and just enjoy it, man. It's a really good brew. Brian, I'm gonna have to score this one an A, man. I mean, for a home brew, it's a definite A. It's very good. I can't remember how exactly we scored them. We didn't really score them when we did the video. There were 4 of us. Jacob was there. I remember now, because we had 4 to determine which beer. I think we did 4 beers. Did we? I can't remember. Hell. Anyway, this is a good brew. I scored an A. It's smooth. It's easy to drink. It's rich. Had good aroma and flavor in the head. Well, hell, I didn't get to smell of it. I had good flavor in the head for sure. I'm sure it would have had a good aroma if I'd got a chance to smell of it first. Anyway, good brew. Brian, double thumbs up on this one and an A score. All right, y'all. I love and appreciate y'all. I'll be back next week. I got a full week next week, y'all. I'm making these videos while I'm on 4th of July vacation, but I've got a video for you Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday next week. So y'all stay tuned for that. I'll be making them here shortly. Love and appreciate y'all. Cheers. That's just so good. It's a shame. It's a shame you can't put a label on that and sell it, man. That is good stuff. In my opinion.